Okay, you know we struggled in Turkey with our van, and we're contemplating the next van when the kids are gone.
And we have been for quite some time, and we keep going through different phases of what we want. We wanted palatial and comfortable.
But we've changed our mind a bit, yeah.
Yeah, we want something a bit more capable, a little bit more off-roady.
Yeah,
because
could
we
do.
may go to off-road.
So we're certainly on the lookout at this show
Yeah.
for what could be our new van.
Welcome to Caravan Salon 2024. We're camping at one of the biggest temporary campsites in the whole of Europe. We're parked up in P1 N4, which is the press area. It's preview day tomorrow and lots of people are starting to arrive. The temporary campsite is the Messe Centre's car park. Every year it gets turned into one of the biggest campsites in Europe. And there are already rows and rows of vans here ready for tomorrow. Only at this show do we ever see this many Morellos in one place. I think that's the most expensive row of motorhomes I've ever walked past. And our pitch is just a stone's throw away from the catering area. Currywurst mit Pommes.
Is it good?
That was a really lovely evening. We managed to catch up with Chris and Melly, who are from Vicarious Books. One of their long-standing book titles is All the Airs, which I think I first bought Steve back in 2012.
Yes.
A long time ago. Right. Great book, so. We've decided to come straight to Hall 5, where it's still quiet, to have a look at the premium, the ultra-premium vehicles that are here. Behind me are already 3 cars that aren't even tow cars, they're took-away cars. 2 years ago when we came here, we saw the most expensive vehicle ever that we'd ever seen, and that was a Wagner. This time we've come to the stand and it is even more beautiful. They've even got one with a cut-out side so you can see through the side into the vehicle and see just the top class finish. I am loving Hall 5. There's a lot of luxury. We know exactly what we like when it comes to motorhomes. This Centurion is stunning, but we're not getting that around Turkey.
Look at the suspension on that.
When we come to the show, we're usually looking at the big motorhomes because that's what we know and love, and that's what we thought we wanted to retire to. Our experience in Turkey and how difficult it was to find the right kind of pitches for our vehicles have changed our long-term plans, or maybe have changed our long-term plans. We'll see. So today we're actually looking at alternatives. We're going to look for something that is 3 to 4 people, maybe 5 at a push, but something different, something alternative to our regular white big motorhome. And you know how Steve loves his truck campers. This Blissmobile is really different and really quirky. This is lovely because we bumped into our old friends Karina and Jules, who their videos are far more technical than ours. They are here to look at new innovation and new vehicles.
Yeah.
Right.
New product for 2025. We're doing the motorhome reviews for 2025, so they'll be out on our channel. So if you're interested in various manufacturers, you can dive on there and they'll be rolling out through September. So if you're looking for new motorhomes, that's the place to be.
Anything new, anything innovative, we're looking at it, we're going through it and reviewing it and seeing it on our channel.
Well, Jules is running around behind me. I'm actually the one looking at it. Jules hasn't got a clue what's going on, but he's following me. But yeah, and follow obviously Lindsay and Steve for that slightly more informal look around Caravan Salon Düsseldorf, because it is brilliant.
Thank you.
There it is. For full reviews, guys, we'll leave a link in the description.
Thanks.
You. Okay, top tip, if you come to these shows and you're after something specific, for instance, we used to come to these shows and think, right, we need 5 berth, 5 travelling seats. That narrows it down completely because there's so many vehicles on display here, aren't there?
There are.
Right,
Thousands.
so if you just go to the manufacturer and say, what have you got? 5 berth, 5 travelling, they'll go, right, well, we've got this one or this one. It really whittles it down. So know what you're looking for if you come to these shows, top tip.
This caravan has caught my eye. It feels completely reimagined and more like a yacht than a caravan. It's beautiful.
Look who we found! And you're wearing your liquefied.
Yes.
Right?
Got to represent liquefied.
Fantastic.
Even though we don't sell it here in Europe yet, but we will one day.
Okay. These are a thing of the past for us nowadays, isn't they?
They are.
They're
Aren't
right.
we lucky? I can't tell you how many of these we've broken. It's not for you and I, but look, the double tents on top of the car. I love this.
Right, if we downsize,
Yeah.
maybe have them, so that if the kids do join us.
Stick them on top of whatever we buy next.
Boys, is this one for you? Look at this.
That's what
Not practical, but a Lambo with a tent box on top. Huh?
You know how we bottom out the back of our van getting on and off ferries? Would it have an issue at the front with
It
this
probably
one?
will with the splitter, yes. Okay, you know we struggled in Turkey with our van, and we're contemplating the next van when the kids are gone.
And we have been for quite some time, and we keep going through different phases of what we want. We wanted palatial and comfortable.
Right, we did want the Def Left's Grand Alpha. See if we can find that and show you that in this one. But we've changed our mind a bit, yeah.
Yeah, we want something a bit more capable, a little bit more off-roady,
Yeah,
because we may go to off-road, and a little bit more practical for some less campsite-based adventures.
So we're certainly on the lookout at this show of what could be our new van. So if we go panel van, what I'm saying is we should maybe look at a 3-berth panel van with a pop top. So if Eddie and Harry decide to join us, we've got the pop top for that, right?
I don't like the front lounge areas. The seats are too upright. It's too like a child's travelling seat to be comfortable as a living room.
Keep looking.
It's going to be interesting.
And here we have a subsidised dinner in the press office. It's €4 for this, eh?
Yeah, one of the perks of the press pass. This is the van that we have had a lot of buzz about. We keep hearing about it everywhere we go. This company can spec this van up to almost €1 million. This is a 300,000 base model. It sleeps 4. It's got an upstairs and a downstairs. The difference between this and the really expensive van is the finish. In the other one, it is all leather, stone or wood.
And it comes in at 3 tons.
I know, that's a crazy, crazy amount, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And the name Vanyx comes from the Egyptian goddess who represents the perfect night.
Okay, we met Matt from Matt's RV Reviews as we was heading into the press centre earlier. And then we had a bit of lunch and I said we'll meet up with him after lunch. Well, he's in hall 15, so we're going to meet up with him now. If you guys don't know who Matt is, he's a lovely guy and a YouTuber from the States with a good sized following where he does RV reviews. Now, we met Matt right here at Caravan Salon a few years ago and have since met up with him when we went to Florida for a road trip a few years ago and again at the show this year. Matt has flown over to Düsseldorf again to review some of the new European motorhomes and he asked if we'd like to get involved and help him review a few with him. So all of us chose a model and did a quick review. So we're walking around with Matt and we're doing a few reviews at his channel, so I'm going to link that below, so make sure you go over and check him out, all right? Is this the one you wanted to do?
Yeah.
All right, go for it, man.
This computer desk is something I've never really seen in a van.
Neither have I.
Now, if you want to see what models we chose and what we thought of them, head on over to Matt's channel, Matt's RV Reviews on YouTube, to check them out. We will, of course, leave a link in the video description. How did you do, Ed? All right?
Not too bad, I think that went all right.
Good.
It was very good.
Fantastic. We're having a lot of fun with Matt, aren't we? Isn't it? And the boys are doing individual reviews of each one of these, so make sure you go over and check out Matt's channel there, guys.
And then come back and tell us which of the vehicles we've chosen you prefer.
Right, exactly. George's, is it? Let us know below in the comments. You guys might remember when we was in the US.
Yes.
We went karting with Matt.
We did.
Right, and he's challenged the boys to karting again.
They have go-karts over here.
All right.
So you know what I gotta do?
What?
I gotta tell them that the USA is come, and we're coming for the championship, and we're gonna kick your butt. Right. We won in America, and now we're gonna win in Germany.
Yay. So we all headed over to the karting track, and after filling out some disclaimers, they kitted us up ready to race.
Got to put a good old-fashioned American butt kicking on these guys.
And go for it, man. I tell you what, Eddie's going to be very competitive.
Grab them and then put the helmet on.
You got your work cut out. Okay, good luck, guys. Go get them. Good luck. Go, Georgia. The boys got off to a great start, whizzing around the track in the electric carts, flooring it at the straights and taking the corners as fast as they could, with Matt chasing closely behind them. Matt was soon reeling them in, quickly driving like an F1 champion and overtaking George on the inside of the chicane. The race went on for many, many laps, with all of them going as fast as they could around the track, with each of them trying not to get overtaken and all of them trying to be the fastest around the course. After many fast laps by the guys, the race was finally over and they were all directed back into the pits to park up and see how they all did.
USA does it again. We win.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No. I will say I do think you did win.
Because I know I passed you and you before I spun out. Did I make it to you?
Never once.
Oh, never. All right.
And Ed's cart was on the wrong setting.
Yeah, my car was on the kid setting, so I had to pull in and tell them, and then they told me off to pull again.
Oh, yeah?
And then his cart went faster.
Yep.
10 seconds later,
Well, it was a
there we
great
are.
time.
It was all about having the fun and driving though. Everyone have fun?
Yeah.
Good.
This is a small version of what we had as the top of our retirement list.
Right,
It's really nice.
isn't it? Look at that lounge at the back there.
Yeah.
Right, and there's plenty of room here. It feels really spacious. And there you go, it's an A-class, so you've got a little drop-down bed here.
I like this for size for the two of us.
Yes, but it still isn't rugged enough, I don't think, to go everywhere.
No, but while I've been looking at the rugged ones, actually I prefer the space. I want a living room and I want a bedroom.
So here's the SB740, just like we had.
This was the van that we had as our very first brand new motorhome, and it was the first A-class.
Yep. There we go. Front lounge layout there, swivel seats, kitchen, fridge, midships bathroom here. Boys, you remember this layout?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did the NC500 at Christmas in this one, if you remember.
So I remember that this seat turns around, so we've got 3 kids travelling seats here.
Right. It was good for them so they could see out this big, vast window when we were travelling. That was one good thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I remember the bed being huge up there as well.
Right. But then my niece said she was coming over, and I said, come travelling with us.
Yeah.
And then realised we only had 5 travelling seats, so I had to sell this, and that's when we got our first kon-tiki.
Yeah.
Something I like about this van is that it's got ample garage space and 2 bunk beds above it. So if you really wanted, you could throw it like a blow-up mattress down there, and it could have 3 a 3 bunk bed.
One thing I noticed is we've got a new front end for 2024 on the Ducatos there. They've all got this new shape here. Bit of a facelift.
We're in the brand new California Ocean, and it does feel very nice and very beautifully finished in here.
But it's that seating position that we decided against, isn't it?
It is, yes, and we chose, when we did our bus layout, we chose the side sofa, which I think is more comfortable in terms of relaxing and enjoying the space, and it also makes it into a really lovely bed.
It's more practical for us.
For us, it's more what we want.
This feels very thin across here, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel that much bigger than ours anyway.
Right.
No.
There you go.
There we
I
are.
still prefer our Buzz.
Of course we do. It's beautiful.
So with the challenges we faced in Turkey, I really would like to get into a panel van, but Lindsay's having none of it.
No, it's not that I'm having none of it. We've not found what we want yet. I find all the panel vans that have everything that we have in it too restricted and too uncomfortable.
And if we're going to spend so much time in it, you want separate living, sleeping
I want
areas.
to be able to leave you in bed in the morning, doing your editing, and sit comfortably somewhere if it's raining. I don't want to have to go outside or or sit in bed. I don't like sitting in bed. It's a waste of my time. I've got things to do.
But I'm also on about having a 3-berth with a pop-top roof. If Harry and Eddie that didn't come with us come, then we can just pop the top and then they can sleep up there. So that would be ideal. Come on, let's keep looking. Look at that. It just looks so rugged, isn't it?
It does. But when you go inside, this is not a comfortable sofa.
Yeah, sure.
And it feels so tight there.
It does, doesn't it?
And standing and cooking.
That's okay.
Yeah, but you're not coming past. Even if I was Harry's size,
Right.
you wouldn't be coming past while I'm cooking. You would either be at that end or that end. Either way, nowhere near me while I'm cooking.
But this is nice, laying in bed, opening the back doors, nice view.
I'm not inspired by it.
It is quite small, isn't it, in comparison
It's
to what we
this
used to.
middle section,
Yeah,
which is the thing that you find most annoying in a lot of motorhomes, the fact that it gets so tight in the middle. I think it's not, we've not found what I want yet. One of the things I'm noticing with the production panel vans from a lot of the manufacturers is they seem to be taking a lot more inspiration from the self-builds that we've been following for years and years. They've been, the space in there is used differently to how a traditional motorhome manufacturer would make them. Does that make sense?
This one's got a load more room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a load more space in there. And you've got, what, 4 travelling seats?
Yep.
Plus, you've got a pop top for the living up there.
And you've got a disco dance floor.
Yeah, right. It doesn't feel all claustrophobic
No.
and tight in here.
I tell you what, you don't have in here. You don't have a shower and toilet space, and that's where it doesn't fit into the panel van.
Okay, day one, 5 o'clock, and we're pretty shattered. So we're going to look for the boys and head back and freshen up before we go out this evening. Fortunately, we got Find My on our phones, and I can see the boys are in Hall 5, which is where the multi-million-pound motorhomes are. Of course they are. Found them. Hey, all right, boys?
Oh my goodness, that has been an exhausting but fantastic day. We're going to get the bus back, and we're back in again tomorrow.
And here we are back at the van. Oh, what a day. Right, we're going to freshen up now, relax for an hour, and then Felix is picking us up with a couple of cars at 6:30.
It is always wonderful to see Felix.
Absolutely.
He's come to collect us.
Fantastic. Hey, Felix! Good to see you, buddy. Felix found a lovely place for us to eat.
This is really nice.
It's really nice. And the house wine, I must say. We all enjoyed a lovely meal and a wonderful evening out with Felix, his little sister, and a few of his friends.
What a gorgeous night. It has been such a lovely company and fabulous food.
Hasn't it just?
It has been. And this is Felix's sister, Patricia. Yes.
Hey!
She's hilarious.
And welcome back to day 2 of finding our new perfect motorhome.
Yeah, right. We're not doing that yet.
We're looking.
The next motorhome we will be acquiring will not be on this continent. Welcome to Caravan Salon day 2. Before we get started today, there is one very important task that I must at least try and fulfill before I go out and start looking at motorhomes. That is to buy the boys Oasis tickets. Today is Oasis release day. I am currently number 41,665 in the queue. I started out at 69,297, so I'm definitely moving along the queue. As we moved away from our van to the Messe Centre, I'm up in the press office using the VIP Wi-Fi. As we moved away between the two sites, I completely lost connection. There are so many people here today that I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi or couldn't get any mobile data anyway. So I'm up in the press centre, I'm on the VIP Wi-Fi, but because it's a public Wi-Fi, even though it's VIP, I don't trust it. So I'm using Surfshark, and I'm using it for two main purposes here. The first is that I'm masking my IP address. That means I'm making my phone look like I'm in the UK to access the UK website. The second is I'm using it for protection. It creates a safe tunnel between my phone and the internet to make sure that baddies and the big corporations, including people at the Messe Centre, can't access any data that I don't want to give them. The boys use the IP masking feature a lot more than I do. When we're travelling, they like to access our UK accounts for Netflix, Disney+, all the streaming services. If you think Surfshark is something you'd like to try, use the link in the description or even scan this QR code and you'll get 4 months extra. 41,206. I don't think even Surfshark's going to help me get these tickets.
Morning, buddy.
Hey, America and Red Bulls.
We've come straight to Hall 13 to pick up where we left off yesterday. And I'll let you know, 14,591 in front of me.
Apart from bumping into our friends at VBS Suspension, nothing really of interest in Hall 13.
It's windows and airbags and lighting and, you know, all the upgrades that we've already done.
Right.
But in other news, I've just gone below the 10,000 mark.
Hall 12, truck campers. Look at that. Fantastic. What isn't there to love about that? You get a big, big truck, huh?
How the hell are you supposed to climb into that? In a dress or anything? 2 years ago, we really struggled because we were looking for motorhomes and vehicles that were for 5 people, 5 berths, 5 travelling seats. And we found it in this small thing. And it's really quite impressive, as long as your children are small.
Right, look at the bunks there. Not going to be big enough for our boys, I don't think. And 3 seats side by side. They'll be a bit squeezed in there, I think.
3,722. That's 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 25% of my battery so far.
I do like this new front end on the Ducatos. It looks great.
Today is much, much busier. It's a lot harder to film today, isn't it?
Yeah.
120. I'm going to sit here and send Steve to look in the truck campers, and then he'll have no idea how much money I'm spending on these tickets. Number 1 in the queue. It's almost my turn. 3 hours and 10 minutes. 29% of my battery. And I've got to the front and it says something went wrong. Can't reserve your tickets. I'd love to be able to get 3 at least for the boys plus Ed's best mate, who's going to be at uni there, confirming availability, blue spin.
Oh well. You tried. More truck campers. Look at that.
This awning's a cool way to maximise your truck camper space, isn't it?
Fantastic. Not that big inside though. I like the big American ones with the slide outs. Now they're the right size. They certainly are much more popular this year than I've seen previously. There's lots and lots of truck campers here. Now look at that, they've put a slide out on there, so where your feet are. That's a clever idea, isn't it? Another truck camper, but look at the graphics. It's fantastic. Love the wrap there. Yeah. Maybe we should do that to ours. We are still looking for our perfect motorhome.
And we know what layout we really like. We really like a rear lounge and a front bed, ideally over the cab. We also want 4 bedrooms, like we have at home, in a small van. So, you know.
Okay, last hall, 7, and death lefts is in here.
And death lefts. And then I might take you back to the Frankia. This is interesting. This is the first time I've seen this. This is the new death lefts Globe Plus, which is a performance on a 4x4. It's on a VW base. Looking at it, it's not big enough for what we really want. It says all the right things. It's 4x4, it's off-road, it's been splashed in mud, so it looks really performance-y. But I don't think it's what we really want.
No, let's keep looking. So I like the idea, if we do go down the panel van route, that it's kind of 3 berth, but then you can also sleep 2 up in a pop top. But it's just too small for us, isn't it? Yeah, keep looking.
I want a living space.
Right.
I want proper, comfortable living space for during the day. The Grand Alpa, or the newly renamed Alpa XL, has always been our dream retirement van. It's big, it's luxurious, it's fantastic. It's exactly what we want.
Let's go and have a look at it.
So this is 8.55 metres from nose to tip. It feels so big in here because the beds are actually over the cab. You go up a little step into bed and then you go down a little step into the cab. You've got a really great kitchen space, and the living room is what we've always been in love with. And of course, who doesn't love an across the body bathroom? This feels so spacious. We've got a decent size shower, and then this side we've got a great toilet and sink with enough space. Doesn't feel overcrowded in here. But really, it is this lounge that I absolutely love about this. There are plenty of comfortable places to sit and be comfortable. You can lounge, you can sit up straight. You've got a dining table on hand all the time.
You can get 6 to 8 people around there, can't you?
Easily, yeah.
Right. And a nice big TV up here.
And this would also be where George, Harry, Eddie, whoever comes with us, would sleep. But this goes down into a bed. I think this is still my all-time favourite layout.
It is, mine as well.
This is the Alpa XL, or the old Grand Alpa, on a coach build. I'm going to take you to the Alpa, which is slightly smaller. It's a metre smaller, and it's on an A-class. So I think this is the compromise for us. We've not been inside it since it's been refreshed, but I think this could be the compromise, and as wanting to go a little bit smaller, it's a whole metre smaller, it's 7.5 metres. But I think it will still feel amazing and spacious inside. Immediate feelings are, it does feel slightly smaller in here. The rear lounge is smaller and the kitchen is smaller. It's not got the return on, but it's still a great size.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you come to the front, it is definitely a little bit smaller. There's less storage in here, but again, a great size shower, really good. This bathroom's exactly the same as in the larger van. And the bedroom, again, you go up to the bed, down to the cab.
They've got much more room here because it's an A-class bed.
So it is smaller, and it is a compromise. However, you get that extra metre of play and parking room, maybe.
But I think this kitchen area is just a bit small.
It's smaller than the Alpa XL, but I do think It's bigger than what we have at the moment. And I'll probably only be cooking for 2.
And of course, you've got a lovely big garage, right?
On both of them, and they both cost exactly the same price. So I want to go back to the Frankia next, which has a very similar layout, and just judge it against my refreshed memories of these.
Okay, between the two, the A-Class behind me and the coach built over here, I much prefer the coach built, I'm afraid. And the big Alpa is 145,000 euros, which is about 122,000 pounds, which I'm sure I could get for ours.
But, and this is a big but, at the moment we can't all 5 travel in this, or
No.
we would have done this 2 or 3 years ago when we were looking for a new van.
It is. But I'm sure it's the last time Eddie's coming away with this, surely.
We've been saying that for 3 years. Shush, my baby's coming forever. Okay, so following on from the Deathless layout that we really like, we've come into a Frankia. This one is less than 7 metres, but it's got exactly the same components that we liked from the Deathless. Again, you step up into a large bed above the cab and down into the cab. And again, we've got the crossbody bathroom, although that toilet position does not look as comfortable as it did in the Deathless.
Is it prime pooping position?
If you don't mind a sink in your boob, it's okay, it's fine. It is good. And that could be the compromise that you get for the shorter van.
There is the rear lounge that we love so much. It's just perfect, isn't it?
It feels like a proper sofa.
Mm.
Like the cushions aren't going to slide anywhere. The
Isn't it?
support's nice. It's a nice sitting up position. And I know, I'm not going to do it now because that would be rude, but I know that sitting this way on with my legs propped up will be very comfy.
So this is the F-Line i680 Plus, and the base model 125,000 euros.
So it's cheaper.
So the F-Line i740 Plus, and the base model of this is 133,000 euros.
This one feels a bit brighter and lighter, and I think it's the length
Yeah,
in the rear here.
or it does, doesn't it?
This is much longer. Both sides are long enough for us to sit with our legs up
Yeah.
and recline and repose.
This is definitely much better than the last one. I think.
And it's just, I think it's an extra metre, isn't it?
Yeah, 7.5 metres. this.
Yeah. So we've probably got an extra half metre here and an extra half metre in the cupboard behind you.
But again, it's on an A-Class, and I don't like driving an A-Class.
The bathroom, I would say, it feels slightly bigger, but is it just because it's better lit?
I think so.
Could be that the lights are on and that's made a difference.
Right.
But it's perfect.
You like it?
I do. And I know you're not keen on driving an A-Class, but we've only ever driven one A-Class, and that was a very basic standard A-Class. So maybe this would feel better.
I don't know. It's just a huge windscreen.
Look, Steve, there's a proper tech cupboard all for you. I wouldn't share that. You could have it all for yourself. We'd get power there. We'd have magnetic stuff. You can have a piece of rope. That's what boys like, isn't it?
It's nice, but I still prefer the Grand Alpa that we've always loved.
But it's such a big unit.
That's all right.
And after Turkey.
I don't mind it.
It's really funny how in this video we came and Steve was determined we were looking for panel vans. We're going to get smaller, and we've gone full circle, and we still love what we've always loved.
We have for many years. The Grand Alpa's the one.
It's a rear lounge.
Yeah.
We love a rear lounge.
Yeah. So that's it. Ours is up for sale. Who wants to buy a kon-tiki?
And a couple of kids. You have to take them on holiday with you because we won't be able to anymore.
Okay, so you're rushing around to tidy up because Matt's coming around to swing the camera around here, is he?
To be fair, the kids have done most of the tidying up. I'm just doing things like sweeping up as well because I don't think boys spot dust.
There we are.
We got Matt here.
And we're about to get some food.
Yeah, man. So we're out in the town. We're at the Ash in Düsseldorf, and we've got Matt with us. And we're going for beef, right? We're going for steak.
Beef, it's what's for dinner. Absolutely.
Cheers, Matt.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for bringing me to an American steakhouse.
Wouldn't have it any other way. So we've got an open kitchen. Look at this. Fantastic. Look at this. Hey.
America.
The ribeye. Medium rare. You gone for medium, Matt?
I went for medium. Yep.
And what have we got here? Oh.
Chef selection.
Okay.
I went for the surf and turf, so I've got prawns and fillet steak with a jacket potato and sour cream.
Okay. Georgie, what do you got there, man?
cheeseburger,
Okay.
mac and cheese, and I've got curly fries to share.
I've also got a chef selection with sweet potato fries.
How was that been, Harry? Amazing.
Incredible.
Isn't it been good?
Sweet potato fries. Oh my god.
It's amazing how the kitchen's in the middle there. The vibe, so here's the deal. So I felt very out of place for the last couple days. At the end of the day, I'm your typical American. And I don't have Andrea, I don't have any of my friends with me. I've been by myself, and don't get me wrong, we've been together during the show.
Right.
But there was the other 23 and a half hours in the day.
Yeah.
And so it's just like this, if you guys want to experience America, come to the Ash. This is as American as it gets for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
And it's owned by a German guy.
How about that?
Dude, if you would have bet me, I would have lost.
Yeah, right. You thought it was owned by an American.
It was so American. It's
Fantastic.
I love the vibes. This reminds me of my favorite steakhouse in America.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Fantastic, man. We've had a good one, haven't we?
Yeah, no, always a great time.
Good morning. We are all packed up and back on the road again. We've enjoyed another Caravan Salon. It's been a couple of years. But yeah, we have enjoyed it, and it's been great being in amongst the press at Parking P1. Very, very good. And we had a great time with Matt last night. He's a fab guy. So anyway, we hit the road. We are Calais bound, although we may stop for a bit of lunch in Belgium. And we've got one more stop tonight before we finally head for home tomorrow morning. Okay, it is a 4-hour drive to the Eurotunnel from Düsseldorf. So we've broken it up with a visit to Antwerp. We've never been here before. I've shoehorned the van in a parking space at the side of the road. I was going to find somewhere to eat for lunch.
Ed has actually ditched us because he has a friend who lives here in Antwerp, so he's gone off for a coffee with him, and we're going to go and find some lunch.
Oh wow, Eggs Benedict, huh?
Yep, and the egg is perfect. It's one of my favourites.
And pancakes for Haz. And I've got a ranchero jalapeno thing on flatbread. And George has got pancakes too. Enjoy, buddy. And how was lunch, my love?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Isn't it?
We've not seen a lot of Antwerp, but what I have seen I do like. It looks very nice here.
Right, and you look so beautiful and summery. I love that outfit. Doesn't she look great?
Thank you very much.
And back to the van and back on the road again. That was a short visit to Antwerp. Looks nice. Looks nice. Right, we got 2 hours left to get to Calais now, and then we'll wait there until the morning when we get on our train. Right, guys, we made it to Calais, and we've checked into the same air that we checked in April when we brought the rental car back, although it's been taken over by Camping Car, the big chain here. So, but it's full now. It's almost full. There are a lot of cars here. It's got some capacity as well. But I just topped up with fuel for the last time on the trip. Okay, I've gone and put in 86 litres. Some of you are actually asking how big the tank is. I thought it was 80 litres. Looks like it's 90 litres. I put 86.8 litres in. It was €1.70 a litre, and that come to 148 euros. Now that is £1.43 per litre, so certainly some of the more expensive fuel that we've been buying. What did we get it down to? 103, I think, in Turkey, something like that. Lynn's is out here chilling. All right, my love?
Yeah, I've got a headache.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's come on.
Oh, dear. Well, we can relax now. Been driving all day. Who's cooking tonight?
Me!
Yay! What have we got on, Georgie?
So actually at Caravan Salon, I did chicken burgers. I'll show you right now, but they're still cooking. They were pretty good, so we've just thrown in another 4.
Ooh, fantastic, George.
They've collapsed around a bit.
They'll be all right. Honey, how is that rain?
It's really loud and it's made everywhere feel really humid.
Look at it out there. You can tell we're going back home now. The rain has started already. It's still very humid though, like Lynn says, so we're going to have that aircon on, I think, whilst we kick back and watch some Cara and Nate.
I bet you're glad you didn't walk down to McDonald's now and get caught out in this. You'd be on your way back.
Of course, you do love the sound of patter of rain on the roof there, but it is a bit noisy whilst I'm trying to watch the telly. Good morning. That sun is fierce this morning. Wow. But a lot of people have cleared out here. It's clearly very, very convenient for the tunnel. Let me know in the comments if you've slept here. I'm sure a lot of you would have done. Right, let's get on the road. Let's head for home. Wow, that sun is strong this morning. But hey, it's nice and early. We need to get to the Eurotunnel an hour before. We're due on there at 9:30. So we're going to get there for 8:30. But like I say, a lot of people have already cleared out here. This place takes a lot of motorhomes. A lot of motorhomes. You ready to do the barrier, my love? Yeah. There we go, and just outside the site there are several service pitches which we'll make use of now to drop the grey, empty the loo. We don't need to fill up the fresh and get rid of our rubbish. Morning, my love.
Morning, recycling time.
So, the camp car area is here. There is a campsite right here, which is a little bit more, but swinging around over this direction, there seemed to be a free parker. There were many vans over there, but we wanted the electric for the aircon for last night. Right, I'll leave a link to this place in the description, as it is probably the most convenient place for stopping off in Calais for using the Eurotunnel or the ferry. And here we go again, the Eurotunnel, our favourite way to cross the English Channel. And there you go. It's recognised me by my number plate. No change. We're on the 9:36 that I booked by the looks of it. Ooh, 10 minutes calling for boarding. And there's my hangar. R3. That's it. We're on the train, ready to go back.
It has been an incredible summer. We've had such a great time. There's been some highs and lows, some real lows as well.
Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Thanks so much for coming along. We still have one more video to do. Next week, we're going to do a wrap-up video. We're going to talk about all the highs, all the lows, give you our opinions. And I know many are asking, what do we prefer, Morocco or Turkey? Well, tune in next week, and we'll let you know then.